This is John King. I'm speaking with Ravalli County Sheriff Chris Hoffman, and there's a story floating around there of an incident in Florence and apparently an attack and a duct taping, and I was hoping you might be able to sort out the facts and tell us what actually happened.
Sure, John. Basically what happened is that on Saturday night, January 24th, around 7:50, 10 minutes to 8, an individual by the name of Jeremy Estep, a Stevensville resident, that spelling on that name, John, is E-S-T-E-P, was apparently intoxicated and asked to leave the Rustic Hut in Florence. The individual came back to the bar at some point in the evening. Let me back up.
Yeah.
The individual was intoxicated. The bartender had his ID in possession. They asked him to leave, told him go home, sober up, and come back, the next day, pay his bar tab and get his ID back. The individual wanted his ID right now, came back into the bar later that night and began assaultive towards the bartender and the owner of the bar, to the point that the two men ended up having to subdue him and simply used duct tape, which is what they had available, to hold him there until law enforcement arrived. Deputies did arrive a very short time later, took Mr. Estep into custody. He was charged with assault with a weapon, disorderly conduct, criminal trespass, driving suspended, and for a first offense DUI.
And you said that he attacked, and then you mentioned that one of the charges was assault with a weapon. What kind of weapon was he using?
John, the way I understand it, he basically picked up a glass item, whether it be a bottle or a glass, and was swinging it at the owner and or the bartender.
Okay. All right. So now he's been charged, and he's made a court appearance at this point?
I would imagine he has by now, John, and I just haven't tracked it. But this incident and arrest were January 24th, Saturday night. So I'm guessing that that's all been taken care of by now.
Now, when they ducted him, would that be considered a citizen's arrest, or are there any implications on the people that tied him up?
No, there would be. We're talking about. The way it was described to us was just around the wrist.
Okay.
And a little different outcome there than, if a peace officer handcuffed you during an arrest.
All right.
Frankly, probably a pretty smart thing, given, not advocating people duct tape each other, but, given the fact that the man was assaulted, taking him into custody like that, and I guess conducting a citizen's arrest, to me, I guess I would view it more like they did what they needed to do in self-defense without having to hurt this man. Getting him in custody and getting his arms controlled certainly, kept them from having to continue a fight.
Yeah, certainly a more peaceful way than beating on the guy, for sure.
You bet.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get back to what I'm sure is a busy day.
Not a problem. Thanks, John.
You have a great day.